What is up, guys? How we doing? How we doing? We're just gonna be chilling. Maybe watch some YouTube clips, eat some food. It's been a pretty good Friday so far. Pretty good. Oh, choke on my fucking food already. See if the sound's working. 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 I don't die first. 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 Fuck. I need it. So I'm new to streaming. I've been wanting to stream for a very, very long time. I finally got everything set up, so this is kind of cool to see all together in action. Hmm. When you're eating ground beef and rice, don't inhale the rice, otherwise you will die. I wonder what we're to do tonight. I think I'm, I think I'm gonna play more Subnautica, and then maybe some Arena. I guess I should look at the camera, huh? Instead of looking at at myself on the screen. Kind of weird habit. Keep wanting to look back and forth. So there actually is something I want to talk about that I seen. One of my favorite streamers, very famous, very popular, Asmongold. Let's check it. Check his thing out real quick. Xbox. That's what I really want to talk about is Xbox. Their price change. Like this is crazy.
Shoot itself. So basically, Xbox decided to shoot itself in the foot. This is the first time it's happened this month.
I used to love Xbox, man. What happened to the game I used to love? What it has become.
Well, I love how you say that. What happened to the game that I used to love? Charlie, did you love Xbox or did you love Halo and Gears of War? Because both of the main flagship franchises that made Xbox are fucking dead.
Is
Fucking
just
dead.
embarrassing.
He's such a fucking dead. He doesn't play. He literally does not kid around. He's so blunt.
Every step of the way, they're finding new lows to hit. Today, Xbox has announced a Game Pass change, and it's a doozy.
Oh my god.
Try
It's a
a
big one.
50% price increase to the Game Pass Ultimate tier. Yeah.
50% is crazy. What do you guys think? So I've been playing Xbox for, I don't know, that was like 14, 15, somewhere around there. And it's never been crazy or overpriced, especially when it was like, what, $5 a month? And when they did this without warning, nah, it's not gonna go well. Go well for them at all.
And I think also it's locking the day one. I think locking day one games to that ultimate tier is the real thing that's problematic, because that's the enshittification that Prime Video and Netflix have already gone through and we are very familiar with.
It is revolting. It's going about as well as me in a dunk competition. They have increased the price to $30 a month for the ultimate tier, and the two previous tiers for Essential and Premium are just not worth it. The ultimate tier is the only one that lets you get the games day one, and for a large number.
I never thought I would go from Xbox to PC. That I was just always going to be an Xbox guy, but PC is it's just crazy how much different and how much better it is. What you can do, it's just night and day.
Number of people, that was one of the main draws of the service here. And
it was a great draw. And I simped for Game Pass so many times. I always said Game Pass was great. Now they've increased it by 50%. Would I still recommend using Game Pass? I don't know what other people's finances are. It's hard really for me to say. But I think $30 for a service like that is really, really, really high. And I think it's too high.
Though the Xbox catalog has been like a fucking Magikarp over the last few years, just extremely weak, the value you got out of Game Pass at the previous price point made up for it. Like, it was worth it.
Yeah,
it's something that I glazed quite a bit. But now
okay, all right. See, I'm not the only one. All right, good.
Price point, the fuck is the point in keeping it anymore?
Exactly.
It's just not worth it. And a lot of people are now canceling their subscription to Game Pass.
So I canceled my PC Game Pass or whatever, just because of the price change, and I might activate it eventually, but I really don't play many games on there. I think Hades is really good. I've been playing that on Game Pass. Other than that, I can't even think of any other games right now that I play on Game Pass.
In response to these price increases, it's just L after L for Xbox. Like, even just recently, they farted out a new price increase for the consoles.
I forgot all about that. Because I was AFK then. And so, like, I didn't even remember that. Yes, they increased the price, and PlayStation did the same thing. I forgot all about this.
Time period where Xboxes are like fucking fossils. Like, you can't give those bitches away sometimes. It's a console that
I'd rather
doesn't
have a
whole lot of reasons to buy it unless your friends are already on it, but chances are your friends have already moved past.
But what happened with the consoles? They added, like, what? It's a $500 console. They added $30, $40, $50? I don't even know. I'm not keeping track.
Past it. Yeah. Because being an Xbox fan in 2025 is like being a fidget spinner enthusiast. It's just not cool. It's lame. Like, it is so...
I think that it's like being a fan of Xbox. What is that kind of like nowadays? Oh, man. I don't know. I'd really have to think about it. Because it's just like, I think Xbox as a brand, it's like being a fan of World of Warcraft. Oh, you remember back whenever we had Xbox Live and everything was good and it was 20? Yeah, I remember that.
Far past its prime now. And it brings me no joy saying that, by the way. As I've always proudly stated, Xbox and Xbox 360 have been my favorite gaming experiences. Those two consoles, I think, are the most important pieces of, like, gaming hardware ever made.
I totally disagree with Charlie on this. I think that Xbox and the Xbox 360 were successful purely by the nature of the games that they provided and not by the nature of the consoles themselves. I think whenever you look at the individual hardware, the PlayStation 2 is vastly superior to the Xbox, and the PlayStation 3 is vastly superior to the Xbox 360. And
He's so right. I played both the 360 and the PlayStation. I never had a PlayStation 3, but I played PlayStation 2. Loved it to death. The games, Jack and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank, stuff like that. I grew up on those games. And then Halo, that was the biggest. So I was never really biased between Halo, or Xbox and PlayStation. I liked them both. They both had really good pros and cons, good games.
I think
Bad
that
games.
looking at the game offerings that a console has, yes, obviously this is innate to the console, but the Xbox 360 fucking had the red ring of death. The PlayStation 3 never had anything like that, as far as I know.
So I had the red ring of death when we had a thunderstorm, and I think it was like a power surge thing, and I was so scared that my Xbox was literally going to shit out on me. So I turned it off, turned it back on, unplugged it, plugged it back in. Lo and behold, the Xbox 360 still worked, and then the red ring was gone. I don't know if that's happened to anybody else, but hopefully your Xbox did not completely die from getting the red ring of death like mine. Well, mine didn't die, but that storm gave me the red ring and I was still able to use it.
It's debatable. Well, I'm saying that, like, if you include video games, if you include exclusive games, I think his argument is accurate. If you look at the hardware in itself, I think PlayStation has been ahead of the curve. And I think also in that same generation, or the 360 generation, I think the Nintendo Wii is the second most successful console of all time, behind the PlayStation 2. That's my opinion. It's just that's just me.
But once the Xbox One came out,
I threw my Xbox 360 down the stairs. Fucking piece of shit. It got the red ring of death too.
That's when it all went
did.
tits up, and it is not recovered. You hate to see what Xbox has become. And anytime I talk about Xbox or like criticize a lot of the decisions they made over the years, somehow there is still like this last holdout of warriors willing to fight Xbox's PR battles for them, even though the general Phil Spencer
Bro, yes. Have you been on Twitter and there's like 7 guys that are all fat fucking 35-year-old men that are wearing sunglasses that are going to war for Xbox? It's like in World War II, where like there was that one guy on the island that was fighting World War II for 20 years after it was over. They're that guy, but there's 7 islands.
himself constantly throws himself pity parties on every podcast that will have him about how they've lost the console wars. Like, he himself recognizes how far behind Xbox has fallen and how
Xbox hasn't lost the console war. Xbox has transcended the console war. They've become a platform, and I think that they're trying to hedge their bets around cloud gaming because they think.
Yeah, this console war shit's crazy. I still don't understand it. I've never really been one to be like, oh, PlayStation is better or Xbox is better.
Think that's the future, and multi-device game. I think that's very obvious, and I think that their long-term business strategy is a lot stronger and a lot more future-proof than Sony's business strategy. That's my opinion.
brutal it's been for
I think
them.
they're smart.
And it just somehow keeps
Google
getting worse.
Stadia. Everybody says Google Stadia, but you forget that Microsoft made an iPad in 1990.
Okay, so what Xbox is doing with the Play Anywhere stuff, that is amazing, honestly. I wish I could get, the new whatever Xbox handheld. I don't know what the name of it is, but pretty cool stuff. PlayStation, they have their little handheld. But as far as I know, for PlayStation, you have to have the PlayStation next to you or near you to play the portable. Which is crazy because back in the day, long time ago, another story, I had a PSP. Got it for Christmas. One of the best gaming consoles out there. that there ever was. It's crazy that it died out.